Good evening.
Hi.
Hope you all had a good week. Tonight we're going to talk a little bit about why you would choose a home-based business for an extra income.
Hi to all the replay viewers. If you're watching on replay, please just type #replay. Hi June, how are you?
So there's a number of reasons why home-based businesses are a good source of an extra income. And we're going to just highlight a few of the reasons why we chose to get involved, what we've seen in the industry. Hi to everyone jumping on. If you are jumping on, just drop your favourite emoji in the comments. Just let us know that you can hear us all right. And I think most people are attracted to this business for the money side of things. I don't think you'll get many arguments from anyone who has joined that. I mean, I'd say 95% of people would do that for the income.
Yeah.
You know, some will get involved for the product because they love the particular product or service that they've chosen, and totally respect that. But the majority of people would look at it and be attracted for the money side of things. So one of the real reasons why it's so powerful is you can do this around all in your spare time, which is such a positive, isn't it? That you can still go to work. It doesn't interfere with what you're currently doing on a day-to-day basis. You're 9 till 5, Monday to Friday. So from that perspective, doing it in your spare time around your family, around the children, it's something that you can do, say, part-time, but you can do it in an hour a day?
If you've only got an hour a day, you can do it in an hour a day. It's how much time do you watch TV mindlessly or scroll on Facebook but mindlessly, when actually you can build your future while you're doing that, and you can actually focus your time into building your pension now rather than sat there doing nothing. You can think about what your future is and how you're gonna
earn later in life.
Yeah, and focus that time. Like they say it's a 4-year career, and it's a 4-year career for a reason. Like, some people don't see major results for the first few years, but if you're consistently doing the work and putting in the effort and the action, because we all have to, we could all think that we're doing it, but we do actually have to put in the action for it to work, then you build that, don't you? Like, it's
the person you become along the journey as well. Like, you actually do. I was going to come on to points like this later on, but you sort of wangled it so that we can talk about it a bit sooner. But it is really true. Like, the person you become along the way, along the journey. That whole 4-year career thing, when I first heard it, I thought, okay, yeah, but actually I see it as more of a longer term thing than just 4 years. But I think they class it as 4 years because it's 4 years of work, 4 years of dedication, 4 years of living a life that most people won't, so you can live a life that most people can't. And that's where the 4-year career thing comes in.
Giving up a couple of hours of TV.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right.
Giving up going out for a couple of nights a month or something. We've got children, so we don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Like we're using our spare time wisely. That's what we're doing. So it's kind of like that, and this is where I didn't even realise that these sorts of businesses were what they were. Like, I don't know if you've ever had, most of it used to be door to door, didn't it? So we always used to have the Clean Easy come round, the Better Wear come round, Avon come round, And I always knew that the Betterware guy used to earn big money. Like, we knew that. And I knew that from a young age, but I didn't realise that it was part of this industry. And it wasn't until I got into this industry, 3 years ago, that it kind of all started to click. And it was like, wow, that was that. And that's what he was doing. Like, I could have got into that when I was a teenager if I'd realised that that was what it was, because I would have done it, because I've always hustled. I've always done 2 or 3 things at a time. Like, that has always been me, because that's how I grew up. Like, you grow up in a single parent family, that's what you do. You do what you have to do to help everyone around you. It's not about you, it's about the people that live in the house. So that's where I've always done that, and I kind of wish that I'd known about it then and before I had children, because I'd be set up by now. Could you imagine that? Like, okay, it wasn't my time then, it was my time now, it was my time after having children, but that's the point that we're trying to make here, is if you know about a residual income, then get in on it. Even if you've only got an hour a day, if you can build something that the product helps all of those people around you, and then 2, you're then building something for you to enjoy, and then, well, that could lead to other things as well. What are you waiting for?
You know, this industry used to be paper ads, door to door, like you said, home parties. You know, now the evolution of like social media has become a very, very powerful tool to use. Yes, it is abused across the industry by some poor leadership, some poor teachings,
and people that want things easy.
Yes, but
quick.
It is a powerful weapon at your disposal for this particular industry. And, you know, if you would have got into this industry when you're saying about, and you would have utilised social media the right way, I don't think I'd be working at all. Ever. Because
we'd be fully set by
that's
now.
Right. Yeah, and we'd have been coaches by then. But, you know, to be fair, it is a powerful statement. But like the title of the is about why residual. And, you know, when you're talking about linear income and residual income, this is how I decided to get involved. I heard this, I was like, now that's a bit me, you know. And this guy, he was talking about linear income and residual income. Linear income, hey, you go to work and you get paid for going to work. You get paid, you're trading time for money. And you don't go to work, you don't get paid. And, you know, that's life, right? That's life as you're taught at school and everything like that. But actually, when you look at it like this, you do something really well for a period of time and it pays you over and over and over again, and it compounds and the pay gets larger and larger. It's like, it's how they describe it, you know, when you work, you get paid. And then you work, you get paid. And then you go work, paid, work, paid, work, paid. And then you're getting paid, and then you're getting paid, and then you're getting paid. So it compounds to a point where you're just getting paid for not doing a lot, really. But you have to put the effort in to get to that point. And like all the women out there, if you want to understand it, if you want to understand it like this, you would go work, paid, or go shopping. You work, go shopping. You work, go shopping. And then you go shopping, and you go shopping, and you go shopping. And like that's how you can understand it. And that's honestly, that is what we're talking about here. Linear income versus residual income. And this can all be done in your spare time. It can all be done around your family. You can end up, and plenty of people have a proof of the pudding with this, and it's what allowed you to give up work, was like you can actually end up earning more in your part-time business than you would have been earning trading time for money in your full-time business. And that's, again, really, really powerful. It's very, very rewarding as well. Like the whole, and then you look at the industry as a complete package when you're building others up and you're seeing others, and the more people you're helping give up their jobs, fire their boss, you know. And it has a knock-on effect to you and your paycheck, you know. And I touched on this in a previous live, you know. If I took an apprentice on, trained him up, you know, there's a time that he is going to leave and go and start his own business and then start being like a competitor. Obviously, I'm well for all of that, and don't get me wrong, I'd never poo-poo that idea, because I think kids deserve a chance. But you need to understand the mentality of where I'm going, that actually they're going to now be competing for work against what I'm pricing for, you know, and they could be cheaper, so I could lose out on work, and I've spent the time training them up. Whereas with this, I'm actually training someone up, and it's actually reflecting in my pay as well. I'm not training them up to take my position. I'm not training them up to get a promotion ahead of me like you would in a corporate world. So that's really, really powerful as well. And like, we haven't even touched on how nice it is to meet new people, meet new friends, make friends online,
and even do events as well. Like, we love
absolutely
going to events, especially if they're in America. But like, we love going around.
Florida's
the UK.
lovely.
We love. It was actually a year ago that we were in Florida.
Anyone like my t-shirt? Anyone like my t-shirt? Look, I know we're back to front. Look at that. It's Friday. That's my Friday t-shirt.
We love going around the UK, like helping the team and going and doing events and meeting everybody. And so do the kids as well. Like, they come with us, not all the time. Sometimes we do have some time together. But I've lost what I was going to say.
It's nice to put a face to a name, isn't it? Because when you are meeting people, and especially if you're using social media, you meet a lot of new people online, and it's really nice when you all meet up, you get together, and you feel like you've known each other for ages, and that's really nice, because it's like a culture, it's a community, it's a family, one family. It's awesome. And you know, I see it all the time. You know, I always see this now. People scrolling around on their social media, their Facebook, their Instagram, or whatever it is. And I'm just thinking to myself, do you know what? You could utilise that. You could actually tap into that and actually earn yourself a little bit of money on the side. You know, it might not be thousands. It might be a couple of £100 to pay like the car finance, or like it could be a holiday fund. It doesn't matter. Whatever. What I love about what we do is we almost sit someone down and say, what would you like to earn? What would make an impact on your life? And then they say, okay, £500 a month, you know, okay, well, let's gear something towards getting to that, you know, let's make it happen for you. And what I really love is when someone says to me, I want to change my life, I want to earn thousands. It's like, well, actually, we can gear that for you as well, you know, if you're prepared to do the work.
The world is your oyster, as
absolutely, they say. Absolutely. So, you know, and if you're going to be on Facebook all day, you might as well get paid for it, might you? You know?
And that's what I was going to say, is like, if you bring in a team member, you benefit from what they do. And we can also help you benefit from what we do as well. So we don't have any breakaways. It all kind of, this is what we love about it. We can help you, and we are all a family. As Mickey says, we are all a team, and you do all benefit from each other. There is obviously, you're always at the top of your tree, so you can do whatever you want with that. As Wayne said, if you want to earn thousands, then you can take it to thousands. if you're happy with a couple of hundred, then you can do that. But as we've said, it all comes down to your action.
And, you know, it's very rewarding.
Yeah.
When you're helping someone. Like I said, it doesn't have to be through the business. It can be through a product as well. And I find that quite rewarding now as well, especially when you get feedback from customers. Like, wow, like that was amazing. You know, I can't believe this. And it's working within days as well, and that's what I love. You know, they're like surprised. It's like, well, you know, I did tell you. So
that's the product or the business.
Yeah. So, you know, and like I touched on earlier, you know, it's the journey you go through. It's the person you become along the way. Like, you're encouraged to do personal development, develop your mindset, your skill set, you know, read or listen to audios. You know, I'm not a massive reader. I'm banging on about this all the time. You're always on at me. But, you know, I am a better friend. I'm a better husband. I'm a better father. I'm a better neighbour when I am doing those things like I'm told to. So I know I am as well. I'm a more grateful person for what I have in my life, and like you start when you're grateful, you can't be unhappy. Is that right? When you're grateful for what you have, you can't actually be unhappy.
Yeah.
Because you can't think the same thing.
When you're positive, you're not negative.
Yeah.
It's kind of a balancing.
And you know,
also you get downloads, you get ideas. It brings back your creativity. It brings back your side.
You see my mind ticking away. It's like these lives do go off the cuff. But, you know,
this one has gone tangent tonight.
Yeah, well, obviously, but it wouldn't be live otherwise. But you know, the improved people skills that I know from a personal perspective has been really massive for me. You know, I am someone, and you will vouch for this. I know you poo-poo this idea when I say this, but I was very quiet and shy sort of person. I would not stand up and talk in front of a crowd of more than 5 people. Never. Even if it was a friend's circle, I'd be I'd get a bit choked up. But now, you know, we talk at events, we present in front of sort of 50, 100 people in a room. You know, that's pushing comfort zones, and that's what I've done. And the improved people skills, the listening skills that I've had to learn, and I'm still learning it as well. Don't laugh, but it's so important because it has had a massive effect on my business.
Our business, yeah.
And
your business,
yeah.
And your actual business.
Yeah.
Because Wayne runs a business while he does this as well. So
absolutely. Put it there, son.
When we got into it, I was working, obviously, Mum, Wayne works a full-time business. So we literally were both doing it part-time. In our spare time, we'd get up early, we'd do a bit. We'd put the children to bed, we'd do a bit. And that's what we're saying by you can work this in your spare time. And we still do that because obviously we don't... we don't... I
know where she goes.
We still spend time with our children.
Absolutely.
Like, we are not on our phones all day with the children in the background.
Movie night tonight.
They are our main priority. And I think the phones can be an addiction, whether you work a business or not. And I don't like to see that. So that for me was a massive wake-up call because I would have been on my phone before the business, and I don't like that. I don't want to be like that. So it's kind of, that's what we mean where we've grown as people and as family, because essentially we're here for them and we can stop what we're doing and make sure that we do it around them.
You've got this is something we've had to learn, but you've got to be present with the children. You can't just be head in your phone. Yeah, yes, and sort of so they're in the background, but you're not really there with them, and that's something that we've had to learn. You know, we've had to, because it became an addiction. But then you're not doing anything. You're not actually doing business building activities. And I have got a live lined up for talking about reaction, distraction, and how easy it is to get distracted and busy work and stuff. I think we will probably do that in this 21 days, because it is actually a really important live. Because if you are using social media, you can actually get very easily distracted. Do you know what? You can get easily distracted whatever you're doing, whether it's checking your messages, checking your WhatsApp, checking your social media, checking your emails, checking your phone. Whereas you should be doing maybe paperwork or some marking, I don't know. So, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's really, really important to actually have some self-discipline. It's not easy, but, you know, I got a few ideas. Well, so, I might share on a live.
We'll bring it back to why to choose a residual.
Getting paid for doing nothing, isn't it?
Well, in the end.
Yeah.
In the end, you get paid.
That's true, yeah.
You get rewarded for all your hard work.
That's correct. Yeah, that's correct.
So
what are we talking about tomorrow? Can you remember?
Tomorrow is our...
Oh, we got something special for them tomorrow.
Tomorrow is a special live.
Do not miss tomorrow. It might be a little bit earlier, because I think we'll have some special guests, won't we?
Yeah. Tomorrow will be a funny one.
Yeah, you'll like tomorrow. Right.
Thank you all for jumping on.
Hope you've all had a good week and you have a wonderful weekend. And we'll see you tomorrow night. Cheers,
Bye.
guys. Good night.